Hello and welcome to the Guitar Collection. Today I'm here with a very special instrument from the Hanson Workshop at Altamira Guitars. This is their Sor model, which is of course based on the instruments that Fernando Sor played, René Lacôte, and other similar Mirecourt makers of the time. What's really cool about this is that it's handmade in the Hanson Workshop. It has a spruce top. Of course, you'll see these traditional pins to hold the strings in here. You'll see here on the label that it says Altamira Hanson Workshop, the number of guitar, and this one being built at the end of 2024, and then received by me this year. The back and sides are this beautiful flamed maple. Of course, over time, this will darken so much. So many of these instruments at the time were made from maple, and then now they're this chocolatey coffee color that looks so beautiful. So in some years, this will change that color as well. Now, it's worth saying that the scale length is 630 millimeters. So that's 20 millimeters shorter than today's guitar's typical scale length. But that was fairly typical for, Lacôte guitars of the time to have this shorter scale length. And I think it's really important to say you don't need to just play the music of Fernando Sor and Coste and players that at the time played on these guitars. It works for everything. It's really fun to play Tárrega. It's fun to play your own compositions. It's fun to just practice your standard repertoire on when you don't want to do these huge stretches. And there are some things about the sound that are very appealing that makes it different than a modern guitar, which we'll get to in a little bit. When it comes to the shape of the neck, it's very C-shaped, very thin, super easy to play. No one's going to be uncomfortable on this neck. And the action is set very, very low. In fact, I've got my handy action gauge here from Stu Mac. We've got the action at just under 3.5 at the 6th string. And on the 1st string, we are at just over 2.5. So it is extremely low, very comfortable to play. And I've tried a few models of theirs like this now, and they're very consistent, and I really like that. So by the way, all the details of this guitar and a full album of photos are on guitarcollection.com. And if you'd like to reserve the next one coming in, if there are none available, then please write an email, reach out. Would love to hear from you. Moving on to the headstock here. Very simple. Of course, the later guitars of Lacôte had tuning machines. So this one also has tuning machines. Very nice compared to pegs. There's a little bit less messing around you have to do. It's very easy to get it quickly in tune. And gosh, I think I covered everything here, but let's go into the sound a little bit deeper here. I was just playing this. A little Etude by Sor. It's number 13 from his Opus 60. And I was noticing just how malleable the sound is. You know, with this shorter scale length and a little bit less tension, it just feels like you can move the string more and really massage the sound that you want to get out of the guitar. You know I can do it. You can tell there's a lot of different colors you can explore, and there's a big dynamic range. And I was really fascinated by the 1st string on this guitar. It's really quite vibrant. Now, if you just put a normal set of strings on this guitar, it would sound a lot more bright in the bass, but it's kind of nice to sort of get used to this sound of the period. And I think it makes some really beautiful colors. And again, it feels great under the fingers, both left and right hand. Really charming sound. And you know what stands out to me about when I play shorter scale lengths or just smaller body size period instruments like these? and especially on a René Lacôte guitar, a real René Lacôte that I used to own, is that you don't feel insecure playing in lower positions on the guitar. It doesn't just sound more sour and make you want to go up higher on the neck. It just sounds so natural. It makes you feel very comfortable playing things like this, you know, that are all in first position or doesn't really move far away from there. And yet, like I said, when you want to play other repertoire in this guitar that, you know, is ahead of its time, to say the least, it's so nice. You never struggle for a reach. Another thing that I almost forgot to mention is that these guitars come with this really cool Altamira branded case. It's very sleek and slim with backpack straps, but an ample amount of padding, very nice zippers. You can take this thing anywhere. It's about the size of a viola. And I think that adds to the cool factor of having this guitar is just how portable it is and that it comes with that case. Well, I hope this gave you a good idea of this Sor model by Altamira from the Hanson Workshop. Pretty cool little guitar, and it's a whole lot of fun to play on. So if you're interested in it, check it out at guitarcollection.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please write to me if you're looking for one of these. It's a very cool guitar. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.